besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ash and you are watching Smokedshelves. I don't even know when I've last spoken to you and I'm driving, so that just tells you how my life has been. Yeah, well, welcome to another vlog. I came on here and was like, I'm home, I'm gonna post a video every week, we're gonna get back into it, and then it just didn't happen. And it's for good reason. I have been so busy with searching for a job and just being back and adjusting, getting back into the swing of things. I've been doing a lot more consistent posting on Instagram, which is, I'm proud of that one because I could have just not as well for that. Yeah, it's been busy, just getting back into the swing of things. People are home all the time, I'm home, my mom's home, so I didn't really have time to film. And yeah, it's just, we're right next to each other, and I don't make this at all a thing they know about. This is very much I do it on my own. It's an endeavor of mine for funsies on my own. So my family doesn't know about it, my friends don't know about it. Well, most of my friends don't know about it, a few do, but it's very much for me and for me only. So I've not really had the chance to film too much, because if I do, I film. It's at midnight, or when my mom's at my mom and my cousin are at school and my mom's at an appointment or whatever, right? So it's really in the cracks of free time. But I'm hoping that now-ish I'll have more consistent scheduling, because things are getting back into place. I've been home for just over a month now, and I kind of have a schedule set up of when I do certain things and yada yada. Things are happening. We'll just say that behind the scenes things are happening. Either it will help me be more consistent, or it will hinder me be more consistent. Mainly, I am looking to move out very soon. I have a couple friends. They're a couple, so they're engaged, and so they're looking at 2-bedroom apartments, and we're looking to move out and split rent between the three of us, and just make it a little bit cheaper to be out on our own in the world right now. That is a thing we're doing, is looking for places to move out into. That's been taking a lot of time, as well as job searching and interviewing and all that stuff. But I've also been reading. September I read a lot, October not so much, but mostly because I was waiting for some news, and it was making me very anxious. So yeah. Are there any standouts that I've read in the past couple months? I don't even know. I read so much. I read 14 books in September, so I don't even remember at this point what I've read. I'm sure there were standouts. There had to be, right? I think my reading was very much all over the place in September. Ooh, hold on. There's no winning with this thing. Okay, you know what? It's fine. It'll probably fall down anyways. But September, I don't even know. September was a lot. I read a lot, mostly because I was not interviewing as much. Also, I was just I didn't have anything else to do, so I read a lot, and I was trying to catch up to my 100 goal, but unfortunately that is no more. I officially dropped down my goal to 75 for books this year. I'm at 68 right now, so it's doable. I'm just sad, but there was no way I would have read 15 books every month for the last 3 months at that rate. I would have had to do that. No way. Even with graphic novels, I still would not have been able to do that. So that's just unfortunate. I had to drop that goal. We'll revisit the whole 2022 goals at the end of the year, I guess, or at the beginning of the new year. But October so far, I've read 4 books so far this month. Should I talk about them to you? Yeah, I probably should. This is a booktube channel, and I feel I barely do booktube anymore. It's so unfortunate, but it is what it is. First book I read this month was Kingdom of the Feared. I gave that 5 stars. Incredible ending to the series. I don't really have much to say on it. My thoughts are very much not there right now. So yeah, I read that. After that, I just finished How to Succeed at Witchcraft last night. I gave it 3 stars. It was fine. Oh, I read Meet Cute Club. I listened to the audiobook of that one. It was a very short audiobook, and I gave it 2 stars. It was fine. It was very short, and I just wish things were developed more. It just kind of felt very oddly paced, but that was 2 stars. And now I'm currently reading So This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. I'm really liking it so far. I'm 100 pages in, and I think when I get home, maybe not right away, I have some stuff to do, but when I get home, I think I'm gonna kind of just read it, just spend my day reading it, and maybe I'll try to check back in with you later on some thoughts on that. But I think this vlog is going out next week. Yeah, things are okay. Actually, as of 2 days ago, I officially got my master's. Oh, this thing's really fallen. I officially got my master's. Oh, okay, what is going on here? Whatever. Got my dissertation results back. It was fine. I got the lowest passing grade. Basically, I got a pass. And in the UK system, in masters, instead of doing first 2-1-2-2, it's pass, merit, distinction, and I got a pass, which is a C basically. So C's get degrees all around. Am I happy with it? Yeah, I'll take it. Because I really did not it was not what I expected. We'll put it that way. So I'm really happy with the fact that I just passed and finished it. It was very math heavy, coding heavy degree, and I'm not really a mathy person per se, even though the field I'm going into is math, but kind of mathy. But I finished it. I did that. I learned how to code in 1 year. Crazy. I can code now. Not like Python or anything, but R is close enough. Yeah. I can't believe it's over. I will be back in Edinburgh in about a month, pretty much on the dot from today, in a month, for graduation. And I have my parents coming with me, which was a whole fight to get them over with me, but my parents will be coming with me. I'm there for pretty much a week. We'll be doing some touristy things because there's more that they want to see. They love seeing castles in Scotland, so plenty of castles to see. So we're gonna go see Stirling, we're gonna go see I think Linlithgow as well, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We have some plans. And I have a day after they leave. They're leaving early. I have a day to myself to kind of just go book shopping. I think that's my plan. Book shopping, see friends, yeah, enjoy my time. That's the life updates and my reading updates, I think. Who knows when the next time I will speak directly to the camera. Once again, this vlog is going to be a compilation of 2 months worth of clips from just before I left Scotland, actually, to basically now. And I don't really vlog when I'm home, clearly. Scenery vlogs. I don't really do much going out wise either. So we'll see what happens. I will keep y'all updated with everything. Thanks for hanging with me. To everyone who stays subscribed or even subscribed while I was gone. Thank you. Has any of this been particularly feasible? No. Coherent? No, potentially. But we're still here anyways. We're doing things anyways. And did you subscribe for coherentness? Probably not. I think if you're here and you're still following me, in all of my videos and stuff, I think you are okay with the chaoticness of my life sometimes. And just my brain. I really should script out videos at this point because I can never get I watch other people's booktube videos and they're so coherent and actually descriptive with how they explain the way they liked a book and or why they didn't, and actual plot elements and literary devices or whatever that the author uses and stuff. And I'm just it was fine. I liked it. Main character good. What? I mean, if you follow my written, on my Goodreads, if you ever follow my written reviews, they're just as incoherent. So I guess that's what you expect when it comes to me. I never know how to explain how I feel about a book, even though that's literally the point of this channel, is to be I like a book because of X, Y, and Z, or I did it because of X, Y, and Z, and I don't do that. I'm really bad at it. It's a skill I'm trying to develop, is being a better reviewer, which is pretty much the main reason, besides also just the idea of liking to create videos, pretty much the main reason why I started doing booktube. Because I could have just chilled with my written reviews, but no, I want to make it more complicated. So here we are, and also half cut off. What is going on? There's a Prime truck with the door wide open. They're driving. What the fuck? Okay, sure. Anyways, I'm gonna go. This was good times. Good times, everybody. We've good conversations. So I think in the last clip that I checked in, I said I was going to close out the vlog, or maybe I didn't. But I said I wasn't sure when the next time I would check in was. It's the next night, that sounds about right. It's midnight. No, it's 1 a.m. So excuse the weird angle, talking quietly because everyone else in the house is asleep, and just the general state of I currently. I wanted to update because I actually have read something. I've read a couple things actually, and I'm currently in the middle of something. Let me go. It's Saturday currently, right? So, well, technically it's Sunday, but it was Saturday. I'm still on my Saturday day, and today basically was me just doing templates for my Instagram. I actually also just literally just now filmed a reel because I heard a sound on TikTok and I was I want to film a reel with that because I really like the sound and I have an idea for it. So I did that. It's probably one of the quicker reels I made, but it's also only a 12-second sound, and the first 5 of it is introducing the concept and waiting for the beat to drop, in a sense, even though it doesn't really have a beat drop. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I just did that. It took maybe half an hour, maybe an hour. I don't know. They take a little while. I'm slow with them, especially because if you use a filter like I do when you're doing it, also sometimes there's issues. You gotta align it, and I am really particular about that, how the book enters in and the transitions. I'm just really particular about stuff when it comes to that. So that was what I was doing. That's all set to go out tomorrow, I think. That's bonus little post for the week. It's Sunday tomorrow, so I'll probably maybe post that when I'm in the morning when I wake up. Probably. I don't know. I was doing the templates, like I said, and I was listening to the audiobook of Dauntless by Elisa A. Bonin, and I ended up giving it 3 stars. I don't know if it was because I got more into the templates or just like I was actually getting confused, but I feel like maybe halfway through the story, genuinely pretty much like after we met Sana, I kind of just like lost all sense of what was going on. I'm not gonna lie. Like the first like 30-40% of it, when it was just Ishai and Sari, I was like, I got this. I get what's going on. They're like going to the big city, yada yada, right? Like they have their things happen, they're going to the big city, they get there, they're having a situation, and then she meets Sana, and I get so confused because like they go from nothing to like basically like she's the best person I've ever met. I like will die for her. I will like make sure nothing happens for her. Like, you know, like very quickly. It just threw me off. And then a lot of stuff happened, and I'm not gonna lie, I could not follow like half of it. So like I kind of vaguely know what happened, but like not really. I'm like really confused by genuinely like what went down, and like I get some of the concepts about Sari's origins and Sana and where Sana's from and just like what all that means. I kind of get it, but I'm also like, what the hell happened in the main battle? I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really sure. Mostly just like the relationship felt very rushed once we met Sana, and like a lot happened, but also nothing happened, and I'm really confused and I really don't understand what happened by the end. And yeah, it just ended up being like oddly convoluted in a way that I don't know, like that last 30% of it, I was like lost in the maybe like the last half of the very last chapter. I was like, yeah, okay, I kind of get what happened. No, I don't. It is what it is. I read it. I've been meaning to read it since July. I want to say July, like pretty much, June. I think I tried to read it on my trip home in June, because I had the arc of it. It was definitely June because it was the day that we had a really bad flight situation. I might have vlogged about that one. I can point back to it if I did. But I tried reading it then. I read through maybe like 3 chapters. And had to stop because I was exhausted and stressed. And it was a very long day. And then I just never got around to picking it back up because dissertation, and it wasn't really calling to me at the time. But I had the audiobook now. Like I just listened to it off a script. And I mean, I listened to them on like 2.5 times speed, sometimes 3 speed, depending on what it is. So yeah, you know, it wasn't too bad of a situation. But yeah, fortunately it didn't do it for me. And I guess maybe like all those times back many moons ago, I kind of like had the foresight to know that might not have been for me, but I can see why others would love it. And maybe if I had read it physically, I would have liked it more and been less confused. It kind of is like a standard for me. Like I don't know how people can do audiobooks that aren't like just contemporaries or romances, because like if I lose 2 minutes of listening, I'm done. Like it messes with me really badly. And as much as I love listening to audiobooks, and I think it's a very accessible way for me to also listen and read books when I'm busy and like can't physically read. I listen to them a ton. It could have been just a fantasy, like that fantasy aspect of it, because there's so much like battle and military strategy and yeah, just a lot of like heavy fantasy lore talk going on. And that could have just been my fault for choosing to listen to it on audiobook, but probably is what it is. I just can't process like anything more complicated than a romance on audio, apparently. Maybe one day I'll give like another shot to read it again physically, the way I say often with many books, and then I never end up doing that. But like I have a list of books that I'm like, I should have maybe read that instead of listening to that, because it just isn't for me on audio, but it might be for me if I read physically and could like go back and track what like events have happened and what lore or whatever world building we're getting. That's maybe another day situation for me, but I didn't read that and I gave it 3 stars. Like I said, it was on like 2.5 speed, so it only took me like 4 or 5 hours to listen to. It was really not that bad. But yeah, after that I got my order of what's over there. I got my order to the Heartstopper yearbook. I read it right away because I was like, this is not gonna take me that long at all. And I was right. It took me like 45 minutes, an hour, not that long at all. And it was cute, and you really cannot go wrong with more Heartstopper content. You really just can't. At least I can't. Like I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was cute. It was nice to see like some stuff that I've already read before, because they were using all the comics and like panels from previous art that they posted, but like some new stuff and just like little quippets from Alice themselves talking about what happened during this time period, like seeing Oled and them talking about radio sounds and them talking about solitaire and just like all of that. So interesting to see it go back. And I'm trying to think of like when exactly I first read it, because I feel like I've been reading it for a while, because I want to say I started reading it when like volume 2 was in the process of getting published. Like I read it, I've been reading it through Tumblr, right? Like I mean, I have the physical copies, multiple of them. We know that. But I've been reading since Tumblr. When did I read Radio Silence to start? That's how I know, because that's the first book I read from them. No, is it? Yes, it is. It definitely is. No, it has to be, because then I definitely would not have read Solitaire first. I think I read Radio Silence in 2018, so it had to have been shortly after that. So whenever that might be in the ether of their timeline that I just read and already forgot about, I think I want to say that's like volume 2 time. It's definitely before they petitioned for Seesaw. I know that, because I remember I was following from start to now the show. So it had to be before, but it definitely wasn't like joined into the Kickstarter. I know that was previously. I was also probably just like too young at that point to have done that. I was not really that much into reading in high school, so I graduated in 2017. So it had to be 2018. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I mean, it's been 4 years since I've read Radio Silence. Yeah, it had to be 2018, right? I think I read it sophomore year of college. I want to say that, like fall sophomore year. Like that sounds about right. Maybe it was junior year. Maybe it's 2019. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm kind of losing it on my time track. No, I think it had to be earlier. I think it had to be earlier. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not gonna argue with myself about this for a while. I probably have it written records on my Goodreads, but also my like older Goodreads years aren't that accurate because I never updated them in the way that I do now. Like I'm very meticulous with my Goodreads. I love having the tracking that I track. Like I track so much on there and tag a lot. And I didn't used to do that because I know it has an incorrect number of rereads for the Vauxhall Court. I've definitely read it more than 5 times and I think it only has like 3 logged on there. But that's not for here nor there. I'm gonna go. This is just meant to update you. Obviously, the Heartstopper yearbook was a 5-star. And yeah, so This Is Ever After is sitting over there, but I have the dust jacket here. I'm just gonna pull that out. I'm currently reading So This Is Ever After. Obviously, this is just a dust jacket, like I said. I have my copies over there on my desk. I'm like 100 pages into this. I'm loving it so far. I don't really have a lot of thoughts, just that I want them to talk already. If you read it, you know. I need them to talk. Also, I'm like mentally trying to figure out if anyone besides Arthur, Merlin, Erec, and Matt are like a part of the Arthurian legend. Like I'm trying to figure out one's supposed to be like Gwen and Sir Lancelot, but they have like different names, but they also don't have like the same names. So I think they're like unique characters and just Arthur and Merlin are being used in this. I haven't figured it out yet. I definitely don't think it is because there's no like anyone I could figure out of being Gwen or Morgana or whoever, but maybe we'll see stuff. Maybe. I'm like, maybe they'll bring like a Gwen character in because I have like their little group. It's actually, they're on the back. They have like their group of 6. So we're all still pretty early and there's like events that could bring the Gwen and Morgana type characters into it. But I also don't think that's the route they're gonna go. I think they're going more of like a stick with the 6 of them, then make it queer. Yeah, we'll see. I'm just really happy to have that next in Deeper Waters. They match so well, my bookshelves, which are like so full already again. I still have space on my book cart, but it's filling up pretty quickly. All my pre-orders that I ordered while I was away are like coming in, so I'm still waiting on like 3 more books, but no, I'm waiting on more than, oh god. Okay, anyways, I'm done. I'm gonna go. I might talk to you more soon. I don't know. Hello, it is Sunday night. It's about 10:15 right now. This is a weird angle for me. I'm like perching you on my side table. It's kind of a side table. I made this in like 8th grade. It's a table that I have and I use literally for this one purpose of keeping my currently reading book on. It's not even like my nightstand. My bed's over there. And my nightstand is literally for like bed, nightstand. So it's not even that. But I use this as like my perch for my currently reading book. And then when I'm watching TV, I will literally sit on this couch, bring my desk chair over like as a footrest and use that for my laptop, which is where my laptop is right now. At this angle, my one lamp is behind me. I mean, I have another one, but I really don't like using it because it sounds like electricity. I don't love it. I'm not the only one that thinks that. Like, it's actually a thing. And obviously my book lights don't make enough light, and then my lights that are over there also don't really make that much light. So regardless, that might be happening a lot. That lamp is behind me, so I probably look dark, and if that gets out of focus, it's gonna make me all blown out. It's, like I said, it's a work in progress. Trying to figure out like where to film certain clips. That's not the point of this clip. I wanted to say that I have been reading more of So This Is Ever After. I think I'm about like halfway through now. I'm on page 188. I stopped for there. So I'm on chapter 19. There are 340 pages about. So yeah, pretty much solidly halfway through, just a little bit more. I'm loving it. I am getting so frustrated and I want Matt and Erec to talk so badly. Like so badly. Or just kiss each other. Just one. Ideally, I want Matt to just kiss him. Make all this go away. Because they are just like not talking to each other at all right now. I'm loving it though. I love F.T. Lucan's previous release, which is in Deeper Waters. It's sitting over there. We've talked about it before. It was one of my top books of last year, and it's also one of my most favorite underrated books, I think. I think it's getting a little bit more popularity now that this is released, and people have been really enjoying this one. But I feel like when it released last year, I didn't see a lot of people talking about it, and I loved it. And so I just knew I'd go into this really enjoying it, knowing it was going to be like a similar style, but this is more of like a rom-com type situation, and that one was more of a true fantasy with romance on the side kind of thing. Like that had a lot more fantasy, not plot points, because obviously this is a fantasy world too, but it had a lot more like consequences, like a fantasy consequence where they have to do things and go on a quest and yada yada, and like these guys are just figuring shit out. Like the title is very accurate. So this is ever after, like they are in the ever after of the prophecy, and they are trying to figure out what the fuck to do. That's why this is a lot more of just like day-to-day shenanigans going on. What the fuck is going on now, you know? So yeah, I am like I said, chapter 19, pretty much halfway through it, maybe a little more, I guess, if you based on the math, just over halfway through. I'm reading through really fast, faster than a standard book. I think it is like pretty large font. I think I felt the same way with In Deeper Waters. There's not a lot of like margin, but the font is I'm trying not to lose my bookmark, but the font is pretty large. And it's just like very easy style of writing. It's just super easy to follow. They don't speak in like fantasy style writing, whatever, you know. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like typically in fantasy, especially in like this like time period that I assume is trying to be in, which is like medieval time period, they're talking very modern, which helps. It keeps you moving through the story, so it doesn't feel like classical writing or like a classical setting. I'm really enjoying it so far. My thoughts, I think I mentioned earlier, like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna try to fit in the Gwen type character and Morgana type character. They're definitely not. They're absolutely not trying to do that. I'm curious to know if like this is based off of something in the Arthurian legends, because I mean I know like the sword and uniting the kingdoms and the war, like, you know, having Merlin as a warlock as a side. I mean, I love BBC Merlin. I literally have an Excalibur tattoo. Oh my god, I just remembered I was supposed to show everyone my tattoos once they healed, and I never did. We'll do that soon. I promise we will do that soon. But I literally have an Excalibur sword on my arm from BBC Merlin, so like I'm pretty familiar with the general mythology. So I'm curious to know, like, is this somehow in it? And I just have missed it. We're here, we're about to start reading. I grabbed food and like literally apples and hot chocolate. I have the candle going. I've got some water. I have my last iron infusion tomorrow, so I really need to drink that water. We're gonna chill. I'll probably read for like an hour or so and then go to bed. I have to be up early for this infusion. So happy it's my last one, hopefully of the next year. I won't need one, hopefully, until the next year, but I have that tomorrow. Hopefully I'll finish this lovely book and read it 5 stars just in time for my birthday. After that, who knows? I'm thinking maybe, well, I need to read A Restless Truth, so I do know. But I'm thinking after that, maybe I'll finish the Blood Traders. Well, I guess not finish it. Maybe I'll read the Blood Trader book and I'll finish the Prison Healer series. We'll see. Either way, I'm rambling. I should go. I will probably talk to you soon. Hello, happy Monday the 24th, aka it is my birthday. Woohoo! It's my golden birthday, actually. Not just my birthday, but my golden birthday. I literally just finished up getting my last infusion ever. Well, for this year. Hopefully, if all goes well with my infusions, as they tend to hopefully do, hopefully this will last me a year, and I won't have to go back for my next set until, hopefully, next summer. Yeah. I just finished that up. I don't even know. It's my birthday. And I'm right around the corner from Barnes. Not around the corner, but like a 5-minute drive from it, right? So I thought, to treat myself, I would do a little Barnes shopping. I thought that was like, you know, not too shabby of an idea. Yeah, so I thought for my birthday, I would go to Barnes. I mean, I don't really go that often. I have been getting a lot of pre-orders in, but I thought I would just kind of do a little bit of a shopping spree, you know? I might limit myself to the number of books, but it's more than I usually get when I go there. I try to like limit when I'm there to like 1 or 2, if any, because a lot of times I do walk in and walk out without them. But I think I might get like 4, maybe 5 books. I might just kind of go a little book wild. I kind of want to see if they have a lot of books that I read this year and really liked, but never picked up physical copies, and kind of get those for myself to have, mostly because when I do my top 10 of 2022, so 2021, we are in 2022. When I do my top 10, I want to have those books physically. And I have some ideas on like what's going to survive in my top 10 by the end of the year. I don't have that many books that could like break it down at this point. We'll see. I also don't include sequels in that, like typically in that. So yeah, sequels I consider like a separate category, you know? Does that make sense? Do you guys do that? Like I don't really talk about sequels in my top 10 typically. They'll have their own like category of incredibleness. Because usually, unless like the sequel goes way off the rails, I'm gonna like it. Barnes. We're going to Barnes. I will try to get any footage possible. I don't think it'll be too busy. It is a Monday, like at 11, so if people are at work, at school, so I don't think it'll be too busy.